Welcome to Lemoore City Council Chambers located at 429 C Street. This is the August 18th meeting. Please silence all electronic devices as a courtesy to those in attendance. Thank you. If you could please stand for the invocation given by Kimberly Nelson and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Stuart Hines.
Father God, we come before you, Lord, and we thank you for this opportunity to come together as a community. Lord God, we ask you and we invite you into this meeting, Lord. And we ask that you would guide our leaders, Father God, and that you would bless this community, Lord, for it is yours. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilmember Brewster.
Here.
Councilmember Lyons.
Present.
Councilmember Cruz.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Gornick and Mayor Matthews.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here.
Agenda approval, additions and or deletions.
Staff has no changes.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to ceremonial presentation. Item 1-1, Employee of the Month, Terry Harp, August 2026. Ms. Valdez.
Thank you and good evening. I am pleased to recognize Terry for Employee of the Month in recognition of her exceptional dedication, work ethic, and commitment to the city of Lemoore. Over the past several months, Terry has worked tirelessly to complete one of our most challenging and critical responsibilities within the finance department, our bank reconciliations. She has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to ensuring this work is completed accurately and timely, often sacrificing her personal time by working evenings and weekends to meet the department's needs. Terry approaches every challenge with professionalism and determination. She collaborates effectively with her coworkers, willingly sharing information, seeking input where appropriate, and contributing to a positive team environment. Her willingness to work together while maintaining a high standard of accuracy has been instrumental in our accomplishing this important work. She never hesitates to put forth the extra effort required to get the job done and does so with a positive outlook and strong sense of responsibility. Her reliability, perseverance, and commitment to excellence have made a significant impact on our finance department and the city as a whole. Terry's hard work, teamwork, and dedication exemplify the qualities recognized by the Employee of the Month program. She is truly deserving of this recognition. Thank you.
Do you have a speech, Terry?
Sure.
I just want to say thank you. Coming to work here has been a really good step for me, and I appreciate everybody. I couldn't do what I do without the great finance team that we have right now, so thank you.
Oh, come on, Keith, try it. There, come on.
Oh, I think this is better. Thank you.
Oh. I'll get you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 5. One, two, three. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Terry.
Because they're like.
And now we'll go on to item 1-2, Hometown Hero, Roy Davila. Faith.
It's me. So good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. Tonight, we're pleased to recognize an individual whose quick thinking, compassion, and willingness to help a fellow citizen truly exemplify what it means to be a hometown hero. On Monday, July 27th, 2026, a Department of Justice agent was driving along Hanford Armona Road and he witnessed an elderly gentleman crossing the crosswalk. As the gentleman reached the sidewalk, he suddenly collapsed. At that moment, Roy Davila, a maintenance worker in the city's refuse division, was driving by in his refuse truck. Without hesitation, Roy stopped what he was doing, got out of his truck, and immediately went to assist the gentleman. Roy and the Department of Justice agent worked together to help the citizen. Through their quick actions and teamwork, they were able to get him safely back on his feet and then assist him in getting into a safe position while help was provided. Roy's action went above and beyond the call of duty. He didn't hesitate. He saw someone in need and immediately stepped in to help. His quick response and compassion made a meaningful difference that day, and according to the Department of Justice agent, helped save this elderly gentleman's life. The following day, the city received a voicemail from the DOJ agent specifically praising Roy for his actions. He felt strongly that Roy deserved to be recognized for the assistance provided. And Marissa's going to go ahead and share that voicemail with us.
Yesterday, I was driving down Hanford Armona Road, and there was an elderly gentleman that was walking across the crosswalk. And as soon as I passed through the crosswalk, got to the road edge and collapsed. And then one of your guys' truck drivers, I believe his name is Roy, almost positive that his name. Without hesitation, he got out of the truck, hopped out, ran over to that elderly gentleman, as did I, and he offered help. He helped me stand back up, he helped me laying down. He was a really, really big help, and I think that's something that he needs to be recognized for. So I hope that, man, the city manager or something, guys are up to recognize. He went above and beyond, and it's really great to see. It's definitely not part of his job description in any way, shape, or form. But you guys are lucky to have Roy, and I think he's great. So that's pretty fun. We probably saved that man's life yesterday to help. So anyway, just want to call let you guys know that. Roy, that's the guy. You guys are lucky to have. But
So tonight, we are proud to recognize Roy Davila tonight as the City of Lemore's second hometown hero. Roy, thank you for representing the City of Lemoore with such compassion, courage, and dedication to our community. Your actions are a wonderful example of how one person can make a difference simply by choosing to help. Please join us in congratulating Roy Davila as our hometown hero.
Thank you.
Would you like to make a speech, Roy?
Speech.
You have to go to the mic.
No, I just want to say thank you for the recognition. And I'd do it again if it happens.
We appreciate you, and we have a plaque for you too.
Oh, thank you.
Barb.
Good job, congratulations. We'll get you a cake.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's my hero right there.
Oh,
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, you guys aren't gonna stick around for the rest of it? Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay, now, there's no study session, so we'll go ahead and move on to public comment. Public comment will be in accordance with the attached policy. This time is reserved for members of the audience to address the city council on items of interest that are not on the agenda and are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council. It is recommended that speakers limit their comments to 3 minutes each, and it is requested that no comments be made during this period on items on the agenda. The council is prohibited by law from taking any action on matters discussed that are not on the agenda. Prior to addressing the council, any handouts for council will be provided to the city clerk for distribution to the council and appropriate staff. The public will have an opportunity to comment on items on the agenda once the item has been called and the mayor opens the item to the public. Is there any public comment at this time? I promise they're not laughing at you, yeah.
Out there. Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, city staff, and everyone here tonight. My name is Mitch Couch, and I'm a citizen of Lemoore. I wanted to take just a couple of minutes tonight to simply share why I'm here. Over the last several weeks, I've had the opportunity to talk with residents, visit local businesses, and attend community events and hear what people have to say about the city. And those conversations have reminded me of something I believed for a long time. A city isn't built by one person, it's built by all of us. It's built by the residents who care about their neighborhoods, the business owners who take a chance and invest in our community, the families who raise their children here, and the volunteers who give their time simply because something needs to be done. I'm inspired by those who are recognized at city council meetings, such as our hometown heroes, and those who earn Employee of the Month recognition. And it's also, this city is built by city employees who come to work every day and do the jobs that most of us will never see. They're maintaining our streets, caring for our parks, keeping our water running, responding to emergencies at a second's notice, processing permits, inspecting homes to make sure they're safe, working the night shift to make sure the city is safe, and doing countless other things that often go unnoticed. I know I missed a lot of different jobs, but please know it is appreciated. I also acknowledge that the citizens of Lemoore know that they matter. They really do. I'm also inspired by those who volunteer. At a recent coffee and community event, I met a wonderful lady named Wendy. Wendy told me she had been volunteering her time to help the city police department since 1997. Doing the task, I think she said, not important. I hope Wendy knows how important she is, even if she thinks the task she takes on may not seem important. I was also introduced to an impressive young lady, active in her scouting group, who I could tell has the potential to become a leader in our community. She is someone who will definitely move mountains someday. I love this community. We do have challenges, but we also have opportunities. For example, excuse me if this is breaking a rule, tonight there's an agenda item to talk about the purchase of land for a new park. And as Lemoore continues to grow, we're going to have even more opportunities such as this with that important decisions to make. I do believe that communities and cities thrive first by just listening to others, asking questions, doing their research, and treating people with respect, even when we disagree with each other. So that's why I'm here tonight, to express gratitude and thanks, first to the City Council, city staff, and especially the residents of Lemoore. Thank you for everything you do to make this community the place we call home. I'm excited about Lemoore's future, and I definitely know that its best days are still ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Teresa?
Hello, my name is Teresa. You guys know me. I've talked closely with you. I want to start off by saying I wasn't trying to be rude when I talked. I really didn't understand the concept of how to go about the things. So I'll just say that I apologize. I realize now who to direct my questions and stuff to start off with. So I spoke with Mr. Cruz today. I've spoken with several people actually this whole week. And so I'm still concerned. I'm glad Fox Street, I was told they're gonna change by the park, so there's parking near the park, so that actually is very exciting for me. I'm still a little concerned about the parking down Cinnamon on what's going on, but I'm kind of working with him and I've talked to the director and different things, but I've talked to the community most of all. So the people that are reaching out to me are like the handicapped, the elderly. Those are the ones that are being mostly affected by us parking out on the street. So I want to see what we can maybe come together as a community and work together as a community. I love you guys and I know that you'll do the right thing, but it's just a great concern to us. We've tried to park this way. I've taken lots of pictures too. I can send them of people that are not going to follow these rules whatsoever. Double parking, they're blocking us in, stuff like that. So, and the speeding's crazy, but thanks to the police department, I've been actually seeing them patrol there a little bit more. So we're getting some stops there. So maybe that'll slow it down too. So our kids can be safe and our people can be safe. And I would love to have more transparency on notifying us. Not everybody in our community has online. A lot of them are elderly too. They've been there since 1976, I think was the earliest person that I had talked to. And so maybe like Stratford, they send a little thing in the mail that tells what the meetings are going to be about or a text message. I've been getting text messages from other parts of the community for meetings. But something besides just posting it in an office that sometimes people won't see, or going online, some people don't have online. And so that's my thing I would like to bring to you guys, and maybe we could do something, a happy medium would be better than just not kind of listening to us, or not being able to, or I don't know what the thing is on the parking and the bike lane, but we barely have any bikes on our street. And so, and then when I wrote in, I would like to know, and I don't know if anyone here does know about the petition that we have going. I was told there's no such thing as doing a petition, so I would like to find out on that too, because I have quite of a big number already now. And so I would like to find out about that if somebody can address me sometime. And then I don't know if you heard everything that I spoke about today and took it to heart and understand where we're coming from. Okay, that's
So
it.
we can't
Yeah, no, I know.
But
I know.
we'll
He
make sure the
exceeded.
staff follows up with you.
Yes,
What's
thank
your
you.
name again?
Teresa.
Teresa.
And I run a business here too, so also, I don't know if I'm allowed to do another one, but downtown parking is absolutely crazy for us too.
Your,
Well-
your 3 minutes is actually
Okay.
up, but
Okay, thank-
noted.
Yeah, noted, thank you.
Thank you. Alex?
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. Good evening, everybody. Alex C. Walker wearing a few different hats tonight. Starting off with the Rotary Club of Lemoore. We have our what we call a fireside chat tomorrow. That's an opportunity for our members, our new members, to come together to learn all about being a Rotarian and also discuss some exciting upcoming events, most notably our upcoming crab feed. Lemoore Rotary has been here for 68 years serving Lemoore. We helped build Lemoore. And not only is it an exciting opportunity to have all you can eat crab, tri-tip, and more, but it's an opportunity to come together as a community and really invest our dollars back into Lemoore, because you see our impact from our successful little free libraries that we have all over town to the third grade dictionary program that we continue to this day, our other literacy efforts and our other projects that really help address needs in our community. And one of the ones that really stand out to me that we continue to fund as appropriate is the bed build program, where no questions asked if a member in a community, such as a child in foster care or maybe just another home down on their luck needs a bed, we'll provide that bed, mattress frame and all. And that's going to be, the crab feed's going to be Saturday, November 7th. It's the first Saturday in November. It's an exciting time. Online ticket sales are now available. You can follow us on social media for that. We're still printing the tickets if you prefer a physical ticket.
What kind of crab is it?
I think it's Duchess, but I can get back to you on that. I just know it's good crab. I mean, all you can eat, and that's the best kind of crab. And then also for the
Is it
ceremony,
cold or is it hot?
Sir.
we can discuss after, but I hope you buy your tickets.
All right.
And I'll be buying some Sheriff Posse crab feed tickets. So I hope to see some Sheriff Posse members at the Lemoore Rotary crab feed as well.
I'm not a part of the sheriff's.
So, hey, just supporting each other all across the board. For the Ceremony Museum, really exciting things are coming up. We have our 10th annual cemetery walk. That'll be Saturday, September 26th. I have the deep honor and privilege of portraying retired Chief Norm Garcia and having those conversations with his family, learning about those connections that we share really makes that presentation extra special to me in the fire department. And we also have our 50th anniversary coming up on October 17th, the same day as the Rib Challenge with our wonderful city attorney's firm. So lots of awesome things going on there, but want to encourage the community to come down to the Ceremony Museum. Not only did we get our trees trimmed, so it has a nice fresh look, we also have our Save the Carriage House campaign going on. We're close to our goal. There's a big sign with Phenomenon outside, so if you want to drive by and check it out. But we also have a passport program with other Kings County and Tulare County museums. So if you stop by, you can pick up your passport, get your stamp, and learn more about local history that really defines our heritage as a community, and also in celebration of America 250. And then lastly, we have Salute to Ag coming up for the Lemoore Chamber of Commerce on October 2nd. More details to come. And if anybody's interested in challenge coins for the Lemoore High School 125 all-class reunion, go to the Facebook page. We're having interest for more coins. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other public comment? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on to department and city manager reports.
Thank you. I just had 2 bits of information I wanted to share. We have our annual Lift Up Lemoore event coming up. That's going to be on Monday, October 19th. So look for more information about that. And then we have an RFP open right now for the kitchen at the rec center. So unfortunately, Gotti's Kitchen will be closing on August 31st. So if you know somebody who is interested in renting the kitchen space in the rec center, please advise them to look at the RFP that is available online. And then we have Esteban, Susan, and the chief who all have updates that they would like to provide so they can figure out who's going to go first.
Don't fight each other.
Is the air conditioner on?
It is, and I keep checking it. It doesn't feel like it's on, but it's set to 70, but it keeps going up. So it might just be from all the bodies in here.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. We've been working on a park grant for the Outdoor Recreation Legacy Partnership. The application is due August 28th. We will be holding 3 workshops beginning this Thursday at the site on Cinnamon and Hill. The first workshop will be at 5:30 to 7:30. The second one will be on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then we'll follow that with one on Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the rec center. We've also submitted or emailed out 23 partnership letters to see if we can gain interest from the community in partnering with us for development of this grant or this park, and requested letters of support from Congressman Fong and Valadeo. We are anticipating additional park funding coming through Prop 4, at which time we are looking at possibly the park on Carmel. We also you will see next month a resolution, hopefully, for home grant funds to get our first-time homebuyer program up and running. And we also are working on the general plan update. We will be bringing forward next month the GPAC members for your acceptance. I think that's it.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Brought some help here so we can try to get through this pretty quick. We're going to start with going over was I think our first one that we actually do to update on projects altogether. So
Esteban, Mr. Reed is not here to yell at you that you need to speak into the mic. So if you can just move
the
it
honorary
closer so that everybody can hear.
All right. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so we got a lot of projects going on, so we thought it'd be a good idea to start coming in and then just kind of briefing you guys all, since you guys will approve the expenditure of funds and the improvement of our city. So we're going to share some of the things with you. So we've got signal light projects going in at 19 and a half, 19th, HA and Liberty, and over on Lemoore. Those are all kind of rolling through pretty good. We've got some paving going back. Some of them are now operational, specifically the one on HA and Quux. That one's working off the new detectors, so it's doing pretty good. And so is the one on Lemoore. So that's good for us there. We got projects over on 19th, both a crosswalk off at Freedom, and then we got the sidewalk improvement that'll go south from HA, providing connectivity all the way to the south end there. And then we've got the Oleander Punch Out, which is part of the HSC. I can't say that 10 times fast. And that's been awarded, and we'll be doing our pre-construction meeting here pretty soon. So we'll have a schedule on completion on that one. Yep.
Question. On your talk about the sidewalk extension.
Mm-hmm.
From where? From Cinnamon to?
Between Cinnamon and HA.
I didn't hear it.
Between Cinnamon and HA.
Hanford Ramona Road.
Okay,
Yes.
it's going north then, from Cinnamon north.
Yeah, if you're at Cinnamon north, if you're at HA south.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm gonna be talking about the refuse trucks. So currently we have a front loader and a side loader that we received. They're currently up in upfit right now, and they should be done by September. Also, we have a sweeper that's in service, is being utilized. Also, we should have another sweeper that should be available in November. You guys hear me? All right, I'm making sure. All right, I'm gonna transition over to Diego to give the rest of the Public Works information.
Thank you. Good evening. So I'm gonna start with the storm department. We are currently in construction of the Bush SEMA Storm Drain Extension Project. This is an effort to expand capacity for our storm system to the west, connecting the underground storm system from Bellhaven to Seamus. And that water, the stormwater will convey the stormwater project will convey water to the West Hills Basin, increasing capacity. We are in a slight delay due to a bit of groundwater intrusion. So dewatering efforts are going to be commencing soon, and that'll springboard us to completing this project hopefully by the end of September of this year. We also have a Daphne Storm Pump Station. This is simply a storm lift station that will also increase capacity on Daphne Avenue and all of the area near Visconti and the lift station will convey water to the canal, to Lemoore Canal. Design is complete. The notice of award is complete. The pre-construction meeting will be scheduled soon. Let's see, moving on to water, we are in construction, or we are resuming the water treatment project as well. We are progressing very swiftly. Preliminary wet testing is being commenced at the moment, which will allow the contractor to sort of identify components that need to be replaced and procured. Also, the SCADA upgrades, this is phase 2 of a SCADA upgrade. SCADA simply provides control monitoring remotely of the entire water system. Currently, we are able to monitor and control just a few water stations. This will expand it to be able to control and monitor the entirety of our water system. Well 15 is a new construction, is a new well. Right now, we're about 30% into design. This is a well, a storage tank, as well as a booster station. We just completed a page turn review of the 30% design. We are exploring options to potentially connect Lemoore Avenue, South Lemoore Avenue to Vine Street. And that will, hopefully be able to supply water to the entirety of the south side with a lot more ease and a lot more capacity without putting too much strain in the system, especially for hot summer months like these. We completed our annual maintenance, our well annual maintenance. Well 14 is completed. We improved that well from 700 gallons per minute roughly to about 1,200 gallons per minute. Let's see, moving on to wastewater. The state required the wastewater treatment plant to install or to conduct a groundwater assessment. It's been a very long time since we know how the wastewater treatment lagoons are impacting the water or the groundwater in the area. Those are not lined lagoons. They're sort of like a bentonite clay. As you know, that treatment facility was constructed in the 80s. There's going to be a groundwater study conducted. So we had to construct ground monitoring wells, 5 of them. 4 of them, we kind of took advantage of the construction crew to also install 4 additional ground monitoring wells strategically around the city. This will hopefully encourage development with the known groundwater in the area wherever they're developing, whether it's the north, south, east, or west. It'll let us know what the groundwater level is to be able to provide that information so as to develop or to encourage development in those areas. Sewer lift station 9A, this is a pretty massive sewer lift station. So all wastewater basically is conveyed from north to south. So as you can imagine, all of the southern wastewater pump stations receive a lot of water. So this is to increase capacity and, again, encourage development and be able to accept the impact of development, especially north. Move on to Energy Systems Group. So you guys are familiar with the ESG.
Just a question about the capacity. What are you increasing the capacity to?
So the more homes, businesses, the more development there is, the more wastewater is going to be created. So
the existing plant
is
going to be increased by how much?
The existing lift station is going to be able to receive, I wouldn't know exactly how much, whether that's double, but it'll be able to, it's engineered and designed to receive more water, to be able to pump more water to the wastewater treatment plant.
So it'll be going south of where it is existing right now, correct?
Correct.
We just approved the development right across the street from that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Energy Systems Group. So the ESG project is, and the partnership with the city, the main mission is to be able to reduce, how can I put this, to reduce the impact of energy. So to be able to be more energy resilient, to reduce the amount of consumption in our infrastructure as much as we can. I'm just going to list a couple of this currently in progress still. The only portion of that project that's 100% complete is the LED lighting upgrades. So the CMC building, the recreation center, this facility, Civic Center, as well as the fire stations received LED lighting upgrades. Those are consume less energy, and that's 100% complete. The rest of it, again, is still in progress. So that includes a bunch of different departments, stormwater, as well as facilities. So in the storm sewer water, we're installing VFDs or variable frequency drives, as well as SCADA upgrades. This will, again, instead of 100% power being used by the pump stations, it'll be variable. So we'll be able to kind of like a volume knob, I guess you can say, for the pump stations. The other development is SCADA. Again, that's monitoring and control. So we'll be able to turn off on pump stations, also to be able to respond faster to storm faults. If pump stations go down during a storm event, this will reduce flooding in addition to that. So the advanced metering infrastructure, the wastewater treatment plant upgrades, where we will be installing more aerators, increasing treatments, which will again increase capacity to the wastewater lift station, variable frequency drives, so the VFD bar screening to remove more solids, again optimizing the wastewater treatment plant. HVAC upgrades, we're currently experiencing that at the moment, so that's currently still in construction and about 75% complete. That includes both fire stations, the Vets Hall, CMC building, this facility, the Chambers Civic Center will be receiving or will be getting HVAC and control upgrades as well. 40 G Street MCMC buildings will be getting a parking lot upgrade, so that's solar panels. Again, those solar panels will help the 40 G Street, which is our water sort of hub, where our biggest booster station is. So those solar panels will help with the impact on the booster station, energy consumption, as well as the CMC building. With that, last city council meeting, we notify the public and notify again that the parking lot in front of the utility billing office will be closed due to construction. The utility billing office will temporarily be held in the rec center. So if you need to pay your bill, then you would see yourself to the recreation center. We'll have plenty of signs and to direct you to the right place to make sure that your bills are able to be paid. That also includes EV charging stations at the CMC building, the Heritage Park, and the Kings Lions Park as well. That concludes the update. Any questions?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Awesome. Thank you.
I want a very detailed report like that.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Councilmember Brewster, thank you. One thing, we set the date for our car show. It'll be run congruent with the rib cook-off on October 17th. So you can go on down there and get some ribs. Yes, sir.
No, I just.
Oh. The only other thing is I completely agree. Miss Wendy is a super awesome volunteer for us. Thank you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
the car show's at this.
Yeah, where's
thing.
it gonna be?
It's gonna be, oh, it'll be right next door. Okay, all right. That was gonna be at the sports complex.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll go ahead and move on to consent calendar. Items considered.
I just want to ask a question of the city manager. Could you just provide for the public what's the rest of the development at the old Kmart Center and when they expect to be completed? What else is going in?
I can tell you what's going in. I don't know their expected dates of completion because we don't have that from them yet. So it will be Ross, Five Below, and Anytime Fitness that are locating there in the old Kmart next to Tractor Supply.
And I keep getting asked, where's this other pharmacy going to be, when and where?
We don't know when because they're waiting on state approval, but it's going to be next to the body shop in the old Pioneer Square that currently has a different name, but I still call it that.
It's called Gateway Plaza. I agree. It doesn't
Pioneer
fit,
Square.
but yeah, Pioneer Square. Any other questions, sir?
No.
Okay, just checking. Items considered routine in nature are placed on the consent calendar. They will be considered and voted upon in one vote as one item unless a council member or a member of the public requests individual consideration. Item 4-1, approval minutes, regular August 4th, 2026. 4-2, approval budget amendment and authorization purchase of facility maintenance vehicle. 4-4, approval purchase for precast wet well structure and base for Glendale Sewer Lift Station project. 4-4, approval photovoltaic, I think, permitting fee revisions to master user fee schedule approved by resolution 2026-27 on August 4th, 2026. 4-5, approval resolution 2026-28, providing a declaration of intent to expenditures related to Measure P revenues. 4-6, approval purchase of property 627 Cinnamon Drive, APN 023-430-012. Item 4-7, approval award of on-call geotechnical engineering, soils and material testing services agreement to Certera and designation of BSK as alternate on-call consultant. 4-8, approval acceptance of Proposition 64 Public Health and Safety Grant Award and and authorization to execute grant agreements number BSCC 1448-26. 4-9, approval rejection of claim Daniela Marquez. 4-10, information only, Police Department update, July 2026. 4-11, information only, Finance Department update, July 2026. Would anyone from council like to pull any of these items?
Yes, I'd like to have discussion of where did I see it here? 4.5 and 4.6.
Measure P and Cinnamon Drive property. That's it. Anyone else on council like to pull any of these items? Would anyone from the public like to pull any of these items? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve consent calendar items 4-1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
So move.
We have a motion by Councilmember Gornick and a second by Councilmember Brewster. Councilmember Gornick.
All right.
Councilmember Brewster.
Yes.
Councilmember Lyons.
Yes.
Councilmember Cruz is temporarily absent, and I vote yes as well. So passes 4 in favor, 1 missing. So item 4-5, did you have specific questions on that or?
To explain it, please.
Sure. So this item is to purchase, I'm sorry, 4-5 is first. Can you pull that up? So we have a transient occupancy tax on the ballot in November known as Measure P. Measure P would be a tax, it's commonly referred to as the hotel tax. So it's paid by people who stay at hotels within Lemoore. It's not necessarily a tax on the residents, but I'm very careful when I say that because some people say it very blanketly, and there may be times when you as a resident also stay at a hotel in Lemoore, at which time you would pay that tax. But it is commonly referred to as the hotel tax. So this item is asking the council that if the tax passes, which would raise the tax from 8% to 12% in November, to declare what your priorities would be for expensing those funds so the public knows where the money would go and it's something that they can see and that they can measure and that they know that the money is being spent on. So the plan for year one would be pedestrian safety improvements such as crosswalk improvements, lighting enhancement, sidewalk gap closures, intersection daylighting, signage, and traffic calming. Year two, the funds would go towards lighting for the Lemoore Youth Sports Complex for enhanced safety, extended hours of use, tournament hosting, etc. And year three would be park and amenity additions such as pickleball courts, volleyball courts, exercise equipment, outdoor musical instruments, playground equipments, enclosed dog park space, and beautification of public space.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions or comments from council?
Yeah, I got one. So with us approving this resolution, is there any way, so say this passes and revenues aren't as high as we think, are you able to amend that? Or does it have to come back? Or are we set in stone? How does it?
So the plan would be to expense what we collect for the year. So if, can you scroll down a little bit where it has the number?
In priority order is the way I understood it. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I thought it had the estimated amount on here. So 170,000. So if we only collected like 150,000, we could spend 150,000 on traffic improvements in year one or lighting for the sports complex in year two. That would be the intention. So we state what's anticipated that we would receive and that difference, but it is subject to change. It could be more, it could be less.
But I'm talking like the actual like items in the years. Like say it doesn't make 150,000, say it makes 90,000.
To continue it on, yeah. So it's your spending plan. So you're declaring to the public what you would spend it on. If you stuck to your spending plan, but it got delayed because people weren't staying at hotels, then you could always extend it into future years. It's just a spending plan.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we weren't tied to specific projects for years to come if the revenues aren't there.
We would only do what we could with whatever revenues we receive.
It's kind of like a limit on your credit card.
Yeah, I know. On stuff we don't have yet. That's it, I'm done.
Any other questions or comments from council?
Thank you.
Any questions or comments from the public? Okay, we'll bring it back to council.
So moved.
I have a motion by Councilmember Gornick,
Second.
second by Councilmember Cruz. Councilmember Gornick,
Aye.
Councilmember Cruz,
Yes.
Councilmember Lyons,
Yes.
Councilmember Brewster,
Yes.
and I vote yes as well. Passes 5 in favor. 4-6. That's the property purchase. I'm
Just an
assuming he just
overview
wants you to give you the overview.
So the city is currently in escrow for 627 West Cinnamon Drive. That's commonly referred to as the Olivera property. It's the house that sits between the city office and the police department. So there's a house and some field space there. We made an offer for the appraised value of the property, which is $655,000 to be used from park impact fees. And the intent is, as Susan was mentioning earlier, we have some workshops. So the goal is to place a park there, hear from the community what they would like at that park. And then the park would be named Olivera Park in recognition of the property.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from council? Any questions or comments from the public? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
A motion by Councilmember Gornick,
Second.
second by Councilmember Brewster. Councilmember Gornick,
Aye.
Councilmember Brewster,
Yes.
Councilmember Lyons,
Yes.
Councilmember Cruz.
No.
Sorry, that threw me off.
Oh,
I vote,
yeah.
I vote yes, passes 4 in favor, 1 no.
Now that it's passed, can I still ask a question?
No, we're done. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
you can ask your
What?
question because it may trigger another.
You did say that you're gonna name the park, or it's gonna be named, what's the name?
Olivera Park.
And how are we gonna know that? Just out of curiosity, is it just gonna be named that, or is there gonna be like signage or something, or no?
There will be a plaque on the property once the park's developed.
Okay, I was just curious.
Next, we have no public hearings. We'll move on to new business. 6-1, report and recommendation, new city seal design contest. Ms. Freya.
Thank you. So the direction of the council at the last meeting was to reach out to the 3 selected artists and ask them to make their city seal designs a little more simplified. They were given some time to get those in, and so now we have those 3 updated versions for you to look at. So this is the first one in black and white and in color. We did also consult with Lemoore Naval Air Station because all 3 of them have jets. So of the 3 submissions, this is the only one who has, that other one is the only one that had the jets that are actually utilized on base. But if you like one of the other 2, we can always ask them to modify them. So this is the first one in color. They removed the cars that were parked along the street, the pavement. They moved the star to reflect where Lemoore is in California. And then they removed, it was some detail along the side of both sides of the seal. And I think there were clouds in the sky and then streams behind the jets. So this is the revised first submission. This one here was asked to make it into a circle. So this is their revision. We would, if you select this one, we would ask them to modify the jets. We were told that these are Air Force jets, not Navy jets, and they are not flown on base. And then this last one here was modified to remove some of the elements that were on top, make the flag larger, change the coloring so it was more red, white, and blue. And then those emblems, I will call them, down at the bottom under California, Lemoore was, the lettering was made a little bit smaller, so those could be made larger. But we would need to ask them also if they would modify this jet if selected. There are a few submissions. So like this third one, they submitted a few different color options. And the first one, they submitted it in black and white and in color, so you could see what it would look like.
Questions or comments from council? As you guys are pondering, I'll ask if there's any questions or comments from the public. Mr. Couch?
If we can take a look at the third one or the last one, have we as a city or anybody reached out to Tachi, especially with their design on the bottom? And it goes on the emblem and they maybe have a disagreement with that?
Trademark issues?
Yeah,
We have not.
okay. Just maybe as a good neighbor, reach out to them, I think, before anybody votes on that if we can. Not personally, but I worked for a municipality that ran into an issue with that about 5 years ago. So especially with right above the L and the E, just make sure they're okay with that. Okay. Just want to give my 2 cents. Thanks.
I will say, and I don't know if it makes a difference, that it's my understanding that the ones that are reflective of the tribe are members of the tribe. But we would also need to reach out to them to confirm they're okay with that.
Mr. Barnhart?
Hey, Mayor, City Council. When it comes to all of these, the same issues apply though. When they go to get shrank down to be embroidered, they're not going to have as much detail as these images have. So looking at them, changing the colors is great, makes certain aspects stand out. However, when they get shrunk down and put on a shirt or on to a car, it's not going to look the same. I'm bringing that to light before anyone starts saying, yes, this is what we want.
Which one do you like best?
I'm not the one voting on.
Oh, I didn't ask you to vote. I was just asking your opinion.
It depends on what it's going on. If it was to go on paper, this image or a similar one to this one, I would go with. If it's going on clothing, I'm gonna have to say go with the very basic Lemoore one that needs the jets redone. That'd be the basic one for a shirt design. Unless you're gonna be able to print it on there, but embroidery lasts longer and gets less detail. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Somebody else had their hand up?
I was just gonna check, if you check with embroidery, people embroidering it, it'll sit for
We did. So we checked with the initial submissions and none of them could be embroidered. So with these new revisions, they were due by Sunday. And so we just got them in. So if there is one that is selected by the council, then we would need to check again with these simplified versions to see if they could be embroidered.
So we don't know yet. Any other public comment? Any online? No. See, none, I'll bring it back to council.
I think we need to embroider them onto actual material and see what they look like before we go making a decision.
So for the sake of time, because we have spent a lot of time on this, say that none of them are able to be embroidered again. Then is there a direction that you would give to Marissa, I guess, or staff? If that is the case, or because I agree, we need to see if they're able to be embroidered, but in the off chance that they are not.
If they can't be embroidered, try a silk screen. See what it looks like. Instead of just saying no.
Yeah, because I think we need to see what it looks like embroidered, silk screen, a sticker. I mean, you're talking about changing the look of everything. Like we can print it and put it right here. That's going to look beautiful. Any of those will look beautiful, but using it practically on a shirt, putting it, I don't think they're going to go on the patrol cars, but if you put it on a city truck, like, what is it going to look like?
Are we going to replace the city logo with the city seal on the city vehicles?
If that's the direction of the council.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so like, you're talking about changing everything. Possibly.
So the plan eventually is that we need a new city logo also. So the seal and the logo are different. The logo will be triggered by whatever you decide on for a seal. So, the seal or the logo can be placed on vehicles, but eventually they would need to be changed regardless because our logo wouldn't exist anymore because it wouldn't match with the seal that you select.
I would like to make a motion that we thank the individuals who participated in this project. And we really did appreciate all the work that they did. And I would like to close this issue, and I would recommend that we hire a marketing consultant to take a look and put an RFP out for a new logo and a seal. And let the professionals take a crack at this and come back and revisit it.
I have a motion.
Before it's second, can we have discussion?
Absolutely.
It's not a horrible idea. Because then we could compare the consultant one to the community ones. And maybe we make something out of both of them.
Or you could take the community ones and give them to the consultant and see if they could
doctor them up,
make them
work
work.
something.
It's going to cost money.
Either way, it's going to cost money. But you're talking about changing something that has been around for decades. And we're going to implement this moving forward for decades.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't want to pull the trigger real fast and be like, oh yeah, that's our next seal. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, what the heck is this?
It don't work.
Yeah.
Can't embroider it.
I second Frank's motion.
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Gornick?
You asking for a vote?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Brewster?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm calling you guys Mr. all of a sudden, sorry. Councilmember Lyons?
I'm gonna be a Mr.
Mr. Lyons?
Okay, yes.
Mr. Cruz?
No.
I vote yes, passes 4 in favor, 1 no.
Good job, Frank.
Okay, next we have city council reports and requests. Mr. Brewster?
Thank you. I want to congratulate Miss Harp and Mr. Davila. I'm probably butchering it, whichever way I said it. Roy, he for what he did, that's what makes this community good. Because I guarantee you some stuff like that probably happened in Hanford, Fresno. Everybody just drive right on by. So that's good. For baseball, we are rocking and rolling for fall ball. We have about 300 kids signed up for fall, and yeah, that's it. It's been super busy, but not city stuff. Yeah.
Mr. Lyons?
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate Terry and Roy again. And is Teresa still here?
It's right there.
She is. So I'm so glad you stayed. Because I wanted to comment while you were up there, but what I wanted to say is that cinnamon striping situation. I understand your frustration. I understand everybody's frustration because I had them too looking at it. But I also understand the fact that something has to be done to slow down the traffic on that street. And, you know, doing nothing is not the right answer. Doing something is. Now, is this something the best answer? Probably not the best, but it's not a horrible answer as well. And if it just creates more problems, you know, there's always the ability to undo it. That road has been a problem for our city for a long time because everybody knows that they can get to the other side of town relatively easily. And I'm not going to convict anybody or myself here, but I have responded to, I don't know how many traffic accidents on that road. It's happened a number of times from cars hitting houses, and that is horrible. And doing nothing is 100% the wrong answer. Doing something is not a bad idea. So I hear your frustration. I see it because I share it. But hey, let's do something before we do nothing. And yeah, that's all I have.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes, I would like to piggyback off Mr. Stewart. I want to thank our residents such as Ms. Teresa for taking the initiative and coming forward and having all these discussions with us. I think it's very important to do that in order to build a community. And as I mentioned to you over the phone, I want to reassure you that I will work on it and you are heard. Yeah.
Mr. Bornick?
Good job, Teresa. It's the way to keep our government moving. Couple things I learned at tonight's meeting that I would like us to consider and the city manager to consider. It was very informative to have obviously Teresa's comments about what was occurring, but to hear from our staff about what's going on and what they're doing. And Teresa's correct. You know, we think everybody is connected with one of these and they look at stuff and they don't. But I would like to entertain that we use some of that tax money that we got to come up with a quarterly newsletter or something along those lines that somebody gets their hands on, gets mailed to them. And use it for and use it for the purpose that we just provided information to the council, but that we provide to the rest of the citizens about the good things that are going on here, whether or not it's a new business coming into town or whether it's new signaling that's occurring, or even things like, where do my trash cans need to be put? Okay. When I bring them off of the street, at my front door or behind the fence, like it says in the code. You know, things you could be cited for things like that to inform our citizens about, you know, what's going on, so that they don't think they're being picked on when somebody says you can't have chickens and hogs in your front yard or something like that, you know. So anyways. What'd you say?
I said that's frowned upon. Yeah, put your chickens and hogs away.
Yeah, before you get cited.
Are you done?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Are you like that?
Yeah. I've never said that to you when you go through that long enough.
That's why I go last.
I will consider it.
Noted. No, for reals though. Were you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just checking. Handpicked and curated thrift store opened on Sunday downtown on Fox Street, Fox and D Street is closest to it. So check that new business out. Also attended the Homelessness Collaborative earlier this week. One of the topics that they talked about was the update for the KCAO low barrier shelter. They've had, as projects take a long time, cost for those projects go up. So now they're looking at what they were like about 500,000 or 600,000 short of being able to fund phase one. Now they're looks like close to 3 million short of being able to fund phase one, which is the low barrier shelter portion. So they're looking at possibly reducing the number of beds that will be available and see if that might bring the cost down to be able to get this going. So they're still moving forward with it, but they're looking at maybe some other options to get it moving across the finish line. At the San Joaquin Valley Division membership dinner, that was last week, we talked about the mileage tax that the state is talking about implementing. It was a fun discussion, as you can imagine. So still no fix for it, but a lot of opinions, obviously. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. For KCAO, 2 weeks ago, I did attend a board member training, which was very informative on the roles and responsibilities of a board member for KCAO. It's very similar to here. And then let's see, at the Board of Supervisors meeting today, the big topic of discussion was they were calling it CBA. I think it's Community Benefit Assessment for solar, because solar property tax exemption, I think is what it is, ends in 27. But it was a very complicated conversation. I have to go and listen to it again, but it seemed what they were looking at doing was assessing a type of tax to solar so that because their fire department responds to a lot of fires at the solar fields. So it's a huge drain on the resources. So they were looking at a way to make up some of that funding gap, I guess you could say. So that's something that they were talking about. It was just a study session, so they haven't moved forward with anything officially, but something that they're looking into. And I do just want to mention that Lemoore Lions Brew Fest is coming up August 22nd. If you're interested in that, make sure you get your tickets. You can buy them wherever they say on their Facebook page or whatever. I don't know where all you can get the tickets at, but there's tickets available out there. So with that, that's all I have. And we will go ahead and go into closed session. We have item 1, Government Code Section 54956.8, conference with real property negotiators, property APN 020-063-019, agency negotiator Marissa Trejo, city manager, under negotiation, price and terms. Item 2, conference with legal counsel, litigation update, existing litigation, Government Code 54956.9D, one case, Jones v. City of Lemoore et al. So with that, we'll go ahead and adjourn, and our next, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask our city council for Tony a question. Yeah.
Yes.
Can the council take a position on statewide issues?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take a poll here. Would it be helpful for anybody, for the citizens to know how we stand on certain issues on the statewide ballot? Raise your hand.
Might be better to know.
No. Right. Okay, thank you.
I like your style, Frank.
He's making me sweat over here.
Are you done, ma'am?
Oh,
Almost. So we'll go ahead and adjourn. The next regularly scheduled meeting is Tuesday, September 1st. Thank you.
All right.